Hello and welcome back to the channel and the Spain campaign. Now we are a bit advanced of where we were previously, and the main reason for that is I've been prepping for an invasion of Germany. I think we got to Hail Mary this. We can't afford to let the Germans continue the way they're doing, because whilst the Soviets have made some progress in the south, they're still sort of locked on this line, and all it will take is a German counteroffensive, and they could be in a lot of trouble. Now, they are still holding a few of their victory provinces, especially down here in the south. There's a little, like, encircled pocket here. But if they could break back through in these two provinces, or even just this one, you know, they could reconnect a land bridge, which would be very useful. But, yeah, they're in a rough shape. Yeah, it ain't great. So we need to provide some support. Now, I have done a little bit of reconnaissance with my submarines. I've got our full navy ready to go, along with pretty much all of our army assets that we've got in this theatre, including a pretty sizable amount of reinforcements that we can send up to north. Now, we're just going to go in. We're going to go for it. So we're not declaring war on France. We are declaring war on Germany. Let's chuck a conquer war goal on. Why the hell not? And then we can have a look at our laws. So, we're going to keep open society. We are going to go to total economic mobilization. We're going to go to heavy industry emphasis. We are going to censor the press. And I think that will do for laws for now. We can get the home front, which is going to give us a little bit of dissent, but does get us a little bit more on the old resources. And then we're just going to go straight in. So, we're going to slowly move those units up. We're going to provide a little bit of air cover. With all of our air units. And yeah, hopefully those air superiority missions will rock and roll. Now, we've got a pretty decent sized navy that we can call upon. So we're going to go on a patrol mission with pretty much everyone that isn't a landing group. Let's see if we can't catch some of their naval units napping. And then we can also move up the coast with our shore bombardment group. And then we want to provide a little bit of additional far-off cover for our landing forces. Now, we're going to land a pretty sizable force at Nates and in Brest. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to start with the Nates landing. And then we have got our carriers and things ready to rock and roll. Although they don't have any planes. How bizarre. I don't suppose you want planes? Let's just put time forward a tiny bit. And I don't suppose... Okay, well, we've got one more here. Let's grab it. We'll do for now. Good old Allison. Okay. And then we do have the ability with these units to provide a little bit of close support. So we should have some limited naval superiority over here. And then we want to do our landing. So we're going to go on speed 3. Now, I can't see there's any units over here at all, which is pretty useful. It's some good news. And we've already managed to sink our first couple of convoys. Now, what's going to greet us? Okay, so they do have garrisons across their ports, but Nates is not garrisoned. And their garrisons are actually moving off, which is very interesting. In fact, they're actually moving around, aren't they? Interesting. Oh, okay. So there's something here. Something sizable. Now, we did lose a ship to it. It must have been a decent navy because they did some damage. That's very interesting. Okay, now what that can be followed up with then is we've got our large landing craft that we can land now in Brest. Now we just won the Battle of Nates, and what I think we're going to do is we're going to transport their replacements. And get these guys into port, whilst simultaneously moving our close support group up a little bit. Okay, yeah, let's get everyone into position. Okay, and then our movement north is coming along quite nicely, including our beautiful tanks. So if the quicker we can get into Bordeaux, the better. I can't see that we're being bombed at all. 3 coastal battleships and a heavy cruiser force. So not a massive army. And then our landing craft are on the way north. Now we've got an opportunity to do a little encirclement, I think, of Saint Nazaire. If we can encircle this peninsula and take it, that would be very good. And our forces are moving up in the south. Slowly but surely, I guess being spearheaded, yes, by pretty much our only fast division. We've got a little bit of support. Now, we could begin a very minor bombardment campaign. And I think, to be honest, we probably will do so. And I don't know where all of our light bombers are. There they are. Okay, in the far north. Now, I don't suppose you've got range. You do. Good. So we can start reducing the combat effectiveness of these units, whilst also doing a bit of port strike. Good. I don't think they're out of... Oh, they are taking a battering already. Good. So we're sinking some of their ships in harbour. We are being counterattacked. I don't imagine that will last particularly long. Yes, it's a decent victory. And what we can do is we can take you. Land you, yes, back in the landing craft. And then consider where our next landing should be. I think Saint Malo or Cherbourg. Let's go for Cherbourg, and then let's support accordingly. So, we are doing this without the support of our beautiful colleagues. And we are providing a little bit of close support in the far north. Yeah, we're moving up into our next province with Konev's force. And we're going to move our army HQ up. Yeah, and that's definitely doing the job. And that attack at Nates is going pretty damn well. Can't see any bombings hitting us in return. And then there's our landing in Brest, which is proceeding fairly slowly. And yes, there's our naval landing forces. We just want to get out from around here and try and move on Saint Malo. We also have a little bit of support from some partisans. Now, my major hope with this is if we crash and burn, so be it. But hopefully it'll cause the Soviets, give them a little bit of respite to keep them in the war. Right. So, first proper German divisions arrived on the scene. I think, to be honest with you, we could do with holding off on that battle. Ooh, yeah. Hold off. Let's try and move north a little bit more safely. Okay, perfect. And then, yeah, we've got our second landing force. Another corps that's been able to move into Brest. Are you the ones who's... yeah. So yeah, we'll take a four-pronged approach whilst we hopefully move into Cherbourg. Now, they've only got one unit base there, so I would hope that we're in fairly decent defensive terrain. Panzer Division. Slightly more of a problem. Let's provide a little bit of support. Now, we do have some fighter planes that we can drop. So, let's send them over. And then let's start providing a little bit of aerial support. Just in this area. That's what I think is the best. That's not going to do it. There we go. Air superiority. And the same thing again. And then what we want to do is we just want to take all of you and ground attack the fuck out of that Panzer Division. We are going to struggle hard against the Panzer Division. We lost Macau, but oh well, we can make that work. So our fighters are actually doing an okay job over here, which is actually kind of promising. So what I think we want to do is we want to take one of you up that way. And I think Modesto, you're destined for that job. I think Walter, you're going to head up to Creon. And then Konev's group, up like so. And yeah, Colonel Hans, or Coronel Hans, you're going to move up as well. We just need to get decent defensive positions. Ooh. Kind of ropey. And okay, we've secured ourselves yet another beachhead. Now, reload up. You can't whilst you're under attack. Right, let's send you guys on back. And I think we will replace you with you. Let's go on the rebase. Right, we've got one more corps that we can send after that. After taking Cherbourg. And I guess it depends where we want to go next. I very much doubt they'll not have a unit in Calais. We could aim for Le Havre. Although if we aim for Dieppe, probably better to aim for Dieppe. Purely because they do have... yeah, so they've definitely got a unit in Calais. I can't see they've got any units anywhere along this line, so we could go for all three provinces. Let's try and take both of these ports at the same time. Let's go for a bit of a broad front. Whilst we wait for our reinforcements to arrive. Now, our bombing campaign... We are struggling. Our units are shattering hard down there. So a single Panzer division is a match for pretty much our entire army by the look of it in urban. So that's a problem. So that's a solid little starting point we've got ourselves here. Let's rebase our position here for a moment, whilst we determine what we want to do next. Okay, so there's a nasty division under there. I see that. That's a nasty division. Okay. We're taking Bordeaux. And we kind of need these guys to go a tad bit quicker, to be completely honest with you. Okay, we've had a division reach breaking point. Not great. And I do lean towards a further reinforcement in this area, so I think we will do that, while simultaneously doing a little bit of defense. Yeah, we've gone for a fairly sizable encirclement operation here. And we're getting a little bit of shattering. Looks like our strength's going to go before our organisation. Now, strength's something we can increase in-house. And I've just realised we've got a fuck ton of production. Okay, so, time to create some proper tank divisions. I mean, we've got the ability, let's do it. Just some proper piercing. Yeah, let's go. And get 4 of them in one go. And I say, let's do it. Chuck them all to the top. Okay, they're not going to be ready until December. We might be dead by then. Depending on how this war goes, we could be already gone by that point. But we will live positively. We've either doomed ourselves for the glorious Soviet Union, or we've pulled a masterstroke. Sadly, the front doesn't appear to have changed, so that's just great. That's great. Thank you, world. But we are at least over the rivers in the north, and these are our proper units. The light infantry are sort of not our best. These infantry divisions are a lot better, because they've actually got a bit of anti-tank, so they might actually achieve their aim of being able to break out. And if we can take Khan... Okay, that opens up a brand new... Yep, so our army is now in place with its core HQ. Let's take these guys onwards. We've got Falaise. And our own little D-Day is coming along fairly impressively. And we are about to take Caen. Okay, I think that was a pretty solid naval victory there. Good. And we're getting a little bit of leadership, so hey. And hey, if they shatter, it's not the worst thing in the world, because we've got 1 division out of that pocket, so they look like they're more likely to shatter than they are to die completely. We've got decent manpower reserves. And we are slowly surrounding them. They're only strong sort of... They've put all of their units into nates, which is an interesting tactic. It's not one that I would have immediately thought of as being particularly effective, but hey, who am I to judge? Now, yeah, they've got a decent little airbase up here that we can take. So let's send these units on up. And then, if we're getting bombed anywhere, we can defend ourselves. And the answer is we've just caught another one of their landing craft units, but very little. And I actually think we want to do a surround move. And yeah, we're about to take La Rochelle. Right, Konev's group is heading up north. Okay, we're about to break out of the bad terrain. Not too bad at all. Oh, they've got a militia unit which they're trying to block us off with, but we've got some support. In fact, we could chuck... Yeah, we do have some CAGs that aren't being used for anything. So we could send a couple of them for ground support role. Right, and then, yeah, our Nate's pocket looks like it's going to shatter, which is a bit of a shame, but it is providing a pretty solid breakout. I think Meretskov, we're going to get all of our units out of here so they can all reinforce, which is, hey, that's pretty good. That's some good news. We'll take that. So we can break out with these units down to the south. And yeah, our breakout's going quite well. In fact, we're going to take you in there as well, because you've got a little bit of support that you can provide. It'd be great if we could get a little bit of support from the Allies. That would be... well, it'd be nice. But that tank division's moving fairly fast. In fact, could go for trying to help our colleagues in the far north. I want to try and break out of any encirclement opportunities that they might try and do. Right, and there we go. Lost the Battle of Nates. We lost a fair amount of troops, but we didn't lose any divisions, which is pretty cool. That landing went pretty much perfectly in the sense that we didn't lose any of our units, and we did distract them for long enough. Now, they've got 10 garrison divisions here and 13, and they've only got 2 actual units down here. And that's without all of our units being involved. So, yeah, that's not bad. Now, I think we're going to want to do ground attack over here. And we're going to want to defend Le Havre if we can. Ooh. A motorized division is not my friend. In fact, any mechanized divisions are not my friend. Alright, come on, allies. I will align to you because we are going strong, and I'm not going to punish the enemy. I'm just going to defend what we've taken. And another couple of our light carriers have just come online. We will rename them later. I did rename the other ones. Thank you for your comments, by the way. So we did name them after seabirds. So I don't know where they are currently. So we've got Albatross, Guillemot. For whatever reason, these guys are going on a journey. It's a good job I caught them. But yeah, so we've got the Kitawake, the Petrel, the Camerunt, and the Sternidae. I'm not very good at bird names, but I liked that idea. I thought it was a fun one. And then, yeah, we just managed to grab Saint-Lô. And I don't suppose... yeah, you've got the range to do ground attack over there. 12. I mean, we could provide some additional air support. So we will, because we're going to need to bomb the hell out of that division there. That's tipped the balance of that battle. That's tipped it more in our favour. Ah, it's because our reinforcements arrived. Aha. There's always a bigger fish. Come on, Germany, you fuckers. Okay. Not bad. And the football's going in the background, and it looks like we've got a team doing fairly well in Everton. 3-1 against Burnley. Not bad. Okay, and we're about to link up our different bridgeheads. Okay, this is going well. We are slowly making our way north. And then we've got our tank divisions that we can use to try and encircle these German units. Now, they do unfortunately have a port, which is a bit of a damn shame, to be honest with you. But, oh well. It is what it is. We're heading towards them on a wide front. We are being counterattacked a little bit in a few places, and we don't have a huge amount of anti-tank with which to try and force them back. We're a little bit precarious over here. Go on. There's a mechanized division there that we're never going to break through with light infantry. Our tank division will probably complete a little encirclement over here, but if we can, you know, surround them, would be pretty damn useful. Now, I doubt, yeah, an Italian division is not going to break us. We're definitely more than a match for them. I think our defensive position is okay over here. You guys... yeah, we want to provide some support over here. Let's really bring them down a notch, and then I think we can try and retreat back there, counterattack here, along with that division HQ group. Yeah, we don't want to do that, actually. I think I see the start of a little encirclement opportunity over here. So let's move on up. Our major units are starting to really get into position. If we could somehow, yeah, if we can get into Le Mans and cut that off, that would be very good, and the snowfalls are ending, so... okay, they're consolidating a new front, so we might be lending a hand. Right, Panzer Division's heading back towards the Soviet Union by the looks of it. Okay, and then how are we doing? We are slowly aligning, but it's taking a long-ass time. Got enough for another tank division, I think. So let's try and get one out. Okay, we're really building that up. And I do lean towards trying to break through over here as well. Now, they will be supplied. Okay, and there we go. So, we've caught a pretty nice little little pocket over here. We're more worried about definitely over here. I think we probably need to pull back from Rouen and just try and get our units out, to be honest with you. That Italian division is sort of a little bit less concerning. Panzer division. Let's try and get our units in ASAP. And our infantry are slowly getting there. Not the best thing in the world for this, but I mean, we can hope. Yeah, we're just surrounded over there. We just need to get up to Samur. Yeah, there we go. Not bad. This is going okay. This is not great, but it's not the worst thing I've ever come across. We've got a fairly stable land connection. It's a shame we lost Rouen, but if we had British support, that would be good. But we're one-man banding, you know, we're one-man banning this, or what are we doing? One-man banding this, which I'm sure we can do. I'm sure that won't backfire, he says. Desperately hoping. Right. Okay. And I think I'm going to call it an episode in a minute. Let's get over the river. Panzer Grenadier groups are not what we want to be dealing with. And our tank division does not want to be dealing with that either. 4th Panzer. We can't let this encirclement break. We need it. Okay. That's promising. Hold that, please. Okay, let's move on up. So Volta, Castillo, move on round. Clear the back lines first. The Germans are sending several Panzer divisions our direction. I mean, every Panzer division that they send against us is one less that they can send against the Soviets. And right now I can count, you know, 1 Panzer division up here. There's several over here. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. Might be 2. That's at least 1. Okay, so they've got 5 Panzers committed over here already. We can counterattack with you. You can head there. You can try and lend a bit of support over here, as useless as it'll be. And then 1 more Cazadore unit. Head up towards Samir. Okay. Laval's just fallen. We can do a little bit of support with Walter, who is attempting a counterattack. Okay, so that Slovakian unit is not combat effective. You don't have any anti-tank in your division, do you? But some of our mountain units do. Right, there we go. So there's our little pocket put into place. Along with some extra support over here. Let's try and break through over here, and I think we should try and support that attack. This battle isn't going particularly well, but we are holding down 5 divisions which could be better spent somewhere else. So I think we will definitely take that. The amount of panzers that they're dedicating to us is interesting. The Battle of Le Mans being lost is a problem that we need to sort. We need to get a division into there. ASAP. And ideally we need one with some tank. Yes, Batov. And also, yeah, that second Cazadors. Right, we just lost. Ah, okay. Now, so the Special Naval Landing Forces, that doesn't matter massively. But these broken divisions do matter. And yeah, we can send you up to fill that hole in the line. Okay. Andrew is doing a fabulous job of holding that down. Okay, we just... Ah, bloody hell. What a fucking pain in the ass. Whatever. Nates ain't falling. Built a true defense there. Saint Nazir is slightly more promising, so we will attempt that, but yeah, we need to just let that one to let that one go. Do you all have anti-tank? Yeah, you're all desperately needed on the front lines. We'll send you around along with you. We need all the anti-tank on the front lines we can get, but we can't spare a massive amount of units. We won't. So it's coalesced into a front line. Not a particularly good front line, but it's coalesced into one. We've got our extra additional units on the way. We need Konya to fall back at Sorta at some point. Just took a bit of a hammering at Le Havre. I think, to be honest with you, we should fall back to Caen. You'll be able to hold out for enough time. A little bit of resource production. No, we don't want a veteran unit. And we can do a little bit more in our officers just to keep that ratio ticking on up. Okay, and yeah, we're being... This is a true counterattack now. Oh, baby. Okay, we just need to get these units out. How long are you going to take to get there? That's the question. It's an interesting one. It's definitely an interesting battle, this. They're attempting a breakout. I don't see that getting them very far. Get our units out. We need to try and hold here. This is our way out into that province. Yeah, okay. Shakharatan, we're going to lose Cherbourg, but we'll keep them a low area, and then we'll use that as a new jumping off point. Konev is holding okay. But he's not doing much damage. He is literally a sacrificial lamb. How are the Soviets doing? I can't say that they're pushing back, but they're not losing ground. Hopefully this will prompt a allied response if we do get into the Allies. Right, our units are falling back in relatively good order. We need Escobar to just hold out for another few days. And then we've got all of our light infantry that can move on up. Konev, just just needs to hold out, as I say, just for a little tiny bit longer. We can move again on the 45th. Sorry, in 45 hours. Getting back into place. Pretty close. Most of our light infantry and our marines and stuff are nearly there. Probably do with sending an additional unit north to make sure that that stays open. Like the Falaise pocket just broke. Let's keep this open as a fallback point. Right, how far off are you all? Group. What we're going to do is we can't afford to lose this area, so we're going to reinforce it accordingly. Just don't have a whole lot of decent anti-tank over here, and then you guys can restage up in Bordeaux. To be honest with you, we can afford to lose a HQ if worse comes to worse. Right, divisional command structure. There we go, breaking that down. Let's do a bit of ground attack over here. One of our garrison units is just decided to fight the bucket. That time we managed to get in. And we do have an additional unit to pull that way. Come on, there are 6 divisions here. Thank you. Fall back again. Can't really sustain losses like this. And I don't suppose the UK wants to... Oh, shit.